Hey, Facebook. Today's Travel Tuesday. I love Travel Tuesdays because that's when I get to share my tips, my experiences, what I've learned, what I've researched, what I've known, what I've had on how to travel and enjoy your travels. And today we're talking about food because everywhere you go, you've got to eat, right? Hey, I've just started this broadcast. We're talking about food, how to eat on the cheap, how to get the best meals without really compromising on the quality and not going hungry either. So we're going to talk about travel food or eating when you travel. And before I go any further, I'm just going to share this with a couple of places, so don't you go anywhere. And if you love to travel, share this broadcast with as many people as you can. If you are new to this broadcast, I'm Julie Kalungi of PikaJules.com. Hey, Rosie, how are you doing? And that's where I share some goodness and some juice on travel, lifestyle, destinations, how to make sure you go travel and live your life the way you're meant to be. Dominate. If you are my usual watcher, I am indebted to you. Thank you. If you share this broadcast, I'll give you a shout out, and that could go a long way. If you are on Facebook, do click that follow button and let's get this party started. I'm just gonna share this broadcast with a couple of places. How are you doing, Rosette? Travel food. When you travel, you want to eat. It is normal. It is normal to want to eat. And so I'm just going to share with you how you can save on food. So let's get this party started. First and foremost, I'm just going to share with you my tips, my battle-tested tips on how to eat well while traveling. You could be backpacking, you could be on a vacation, you could be on a quick weekender, you could be on a dream vacation. If you are not all-inclusive, if you are not half board or you don't have your meals included in your accommodation, you want to listen to this broadcast and you want to write down a few tips, or you want to just bookmark this video, save it, download it, you know what to do. Hi Philippa, how are you doing? Brenda, how are you doing? So this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna talk about travel and how you can enjoy your travels. First and foremost, make sure that when you book your hotel, you book a B&B at the very least. Bed and breakfast is something you should be focusing, because breakfast is the first meal of your day. And if you're going to have to be looking for it in a foreign destination, you could be looking very far for the right kind of food that you want to eat. So make sure, first and foremost, that you have a B&B. And now, when you get that B&B, make sure you're getting a full either continental breakfast or a full cooked breakfast. If you can get that, that's great. If you can't, at least you have breakfast sorted. Now, if you have a full cooked breakfast, this is what we do when we go wherever we go. Hey Bongani, how are you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. We make sure that we pack some fruit, we pack some yogurts, we grab some breads, some cakes, all those things that you can pack, and we create a picnic basket. Or we ask the hotel to pack us a picnic basket. Now, this is something you can do for lunch, because obviously you have lunch, you have dinner. So you can head on to the local food market. Usually the local food markets, thank you, are very cheap, that cheap. Where I have just been in Uganda, the local food markets, I mean, you can get a shed load of food for like peanuts, literally peanuts. When I turn the pound into the Uganda shillings, I literally could have fed a village. But let's not go there. So thank you. So how are you doing, Bongani? How are you doing? Thank you, Philippa. So you can go to the local food market and stock up on local fruits and veg. Grab some sandwiches. Not many local food markets in Africa have sandwiches, but you'll find different versions of snacks that you can pick up. They are very tasty. You just have to make sure that you have your charcoal tablets so that your stomach does not get all crazy on you because you're eating foods it does not know. But trying out local foods is great. You really should try it. And if you end up in a local tourist area, you might find that the only thing that you get are the things that you get in the country you come from. So thank you, Bongani. Thank you, everybody, for sharing this video. You are great. You're amazing. So take a picnic. Now, if you're traveling in Europe and in some parts of Asia, some parts of USA, you should get a tourist card. I know you definitely can get a tourist card in Amsterdam. It's called an Amsterdam card. Now, this card can help you with your transportation, taking you from place to place. I wish I brought that card here. Now I should have brought it down. Now that card also gives you a lot of money off in several eateries, restaurants, cafes, pizzerias, places like that, gelato places. So you can go and get some really good deals on your meals in places like Amsterdam, Brussels, Milan, Stuttgart, Munich, lots of places. Thank you. So you can get quite a lot of money off on your meals as a tourist in those places. So you could get up to 15 to 25% discounts on your meals if you have a tourist card. Now, here's something we do when we're not at home. We don't snack. If we are not able to take us a picnic hamper from our hotel with the agreement of the hotel, or because we bought it anyway, we pay for breakfast, so we may as well take what we need. We try not to snack in between because, well, it's healthy. So sometimes we decide to do a day fast, and so we don't have a noonday meal, because usually the breakfast is that rich, as in so much food, you stuff your face and then you really don't have space for lunch. So we can do that as well. Hey Rita, how are you doing? So don't snack. That's something that could save you money. We don't think of snacking as having a big impact on us, but if you're buying snacks every day and you're away from home and you're using your bank card, you could get back home with bank charges. You can't believe it. Won't be you will wish you had not bought those snacks, because they are not worth the charges the bank adds to you for having used your card abroad. Now, unless you take a travel card. Again, this is a kind of card that you can use. It's a cash card, and you can use it only what you spend is what you spend, and what you've got on is what you've got on. So you could invest in a travel card. If you're in Europe especially, they are very easy to get. They are free to get as well. And you can get, I have a Tesco travel card. I have a Barclays travel card. These are separate from my bank cards. They are cards that you load money on, and wherever you're going, whatever you're spending, that's what you're spending. Now, cooking. Normally, nobody wants to cook when they are traveling. I mean, especially if you're on vacation, you don't want to cook. But some people actually deliberately go and book hotels where you have to cook. They book hotels that are self-catering. So you have a whole hob, you have a fridge freezer, you have pots, pans, plates, everything you need to prepare a full meal. So why not use them? If you have booked a hotel that gives you those facilities, well, go right ahead and cook because you decided to. It will save you a ton load of money, because you're going to go out there, find the local supermarket, find the local markets, find the local evening market, whatever you want to do. Buy the foods, stock up your fridge, put water in there, and enjoy your stay. So I hate traveling with portable cookery. So I'm not a camper. Hey Steve, how are you doing? But I'll tell you that if you do self-catering or you go couch surfing, you can definitely cook your meals and therefore save on money, and also ensure that you eat what you love and you eat healthy. So the only place where I love to cook is Africa. But then in Africa, I don't cook because I have family. So ultimately, cooking is a great way on saving and eating what you want, but not necessarily the most exciting thing to do when you're on vacation. What else can you do? Go local. Do you know that local foods are the cheapest foods anywhere you go, in any country? If you came to Liverpool and I took you to a local cafe, you'd spend peanuts on food. If I took you to a restaurant in town, you'd be ready to spend premium for your meal. So go local. Find out what's the local cuisine in Liverpool. It's scouse or fish and chips, and it's really peanuts in most chippies. But you don't want to be eating fish and chips anyway. That's really, really junk. But scouse is really nice. So if say you went to Asia, you would love Thai food. There are Thai streets, street vendors offering street foods, and they're all local. You could try out local cuisine that you've never tried before. You would love it. So uh, non-local food is almost always more expensive than the local food because, well, it has to be imported, it has to be exported into the country where you visited. So obviously you want to be buying local foods. If you are tight on a budget, that's probably your best bet. The other thing is many restaurants have lunch specials. If you go to any restaurant in whichever destination you go, ask whether they've got a lunch special. Usually they are cheaper than the menu. So you could just go for the lunch special. It could be a soup, it could be a sandwich, it could be anything. In Europe, it's very common. Lunch specials are offered. Now here's the thing. If you're in the USA, their food portions are huge, as in they are massive. So why not just share one plate? We bought a McDonald's in, I think it was in Tampa. No. Yeah, in Atlanta. And my son was like, even I can't eat this. And he really eats for England. He's a growing young man, so he really can eat. And he was like, even this is too much for me. My portion, I literally was like, what am I going to do with this? It's just huge. So in the US, the portions are huge. So if you're traveling with somebody, just split the bill and buy one portion. And therefore, yeah, Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, wow, they are amazing. I'll tell you what, Philippa, I love Thai food, but I've never found fruits more amazing than Ugandan fruits. Maybe I'm biased. Yes, I'm biased. But the fruits in Uganda, I mean, I literally, I can eat fruit all day. And fruit's healthy. It's healthy. It's great sugar, natural sugar. Yeah, you can eat all day for that. So I love Thai food. Thai street markets, African street markets, you can get great stuff for peanuts, as in that cheap. So go local. Lunch specials, I've talked about lunch specials, and most restaurants do offer specials, usually at lunchtime. Evenings are less so because they are expecting more customers, and therefore they may not necessarily have specials in the evening. Right, the other option that you could go to eat cheap is fast food. I know, I shouldn't even be promoting it, but hey, you can eat fast food for a couple of days. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you unless you are literally allergic to fast foods, as in you're allergic to fish and chips, you're allergic to fish and sausages, you're allergic to a pie, you're allergic to all those things that are not necessarily healthy, but they are filling. So if push comes to shove and you really are tight and you're away from home, find your local McDonald's, your local Burger King, your local Subway, your local Domino's Pizza. Usually you will spend no more than $5. Literally, if you spend more than $5 at a fast food, you have been had. Now I'll tell you something though. In the USA, their McDonald's is not that cheap. So McDonald's may not be your best option for fast food in the US. But most other places, and in Europe, oh my God, Frankfurt Airport McDonald's, it was crazy. We bought 4 small Mackies for over £40. £40. So watch out for those. So some fast food outlets are not actually cheap if you bring it down to the basics. But they're hugely calorific, these fast meals, and if you eat one, you probably should just eat that for the day and have nothing else, because really you don't want to come home with an extra 20 kilos and not in your suitcase, you carrying them. So it's not the greatest, but it serves the purpose. Now, street food. I talked about street markets, street food. If you have been to Uganda, have you had a Rolex? Oh my goodness. You should try a Rolex. Now, I know a lot of people will go, why would I try a Rolex? If you've never been to Uganda or most other places, street food could be the only option. It could be your lifesaver. And a Rolex is just an example of that kind of thing. You can have chapatis, you can have omelets, you can have sandwiches, whatever. In most places around the world, especially Asia, the streets are lined with little food, cafes, restaurants, small home, mamantilliers. I don't know, some of you understand what I'm talking about. The food is cooked in the open space, and you can see it being cooked a lot of places in Europe as well. You can have paella, you can have all kinds of amazing, delicious, mouth-watering foods from street vendors. Again, you need to have your charcoal tablets or your loperamide, because your stomach might go crazy and go on strike on you after you've had these foods. But if you have your charcoal tablet before you imbibe that food, you're gonna have a fine time. You'll be fine. You will be fine, seriously. So in Amsterdam, you can have croquettes. You can have, for about $4, you can have sausages and bread. In Germany, there's so much bread, you just don't need, you just can eat lots of bread. I'm not into bread, but if push comes to shove and I'm hungry, I'll have bread. So you might not be having a Michelin star rated meal, but you'll have a filling meal from street vendors. And don't be telling me from street vendors. You know what, I grew up in Africa, so street food is okay. Outdoor vendors, same thing. People selling food outdoors. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. As long as it's piping hot, I'm gonna eat. I don't have those funny things about where I am. As long as I have my tablets and I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. The rest is up to God, isn't it? So that's the thing. They are cheap, they are quick, and you're not gonna spend a fortune. If you're backpacking for months, you're gonna really get friendly with these street vendors, outdoor street food vendors, small mamantilliers. You're gonna really get really friendly with them. Now here's the other place you can enjoy quick, cheap food and filling: buffets. Now, while they don't serve the best meals, buffets have a variety, and they usually don't cost a lot. They offer great value for money, especially if they are all you can eat. Now, most hotels have all you can eat buffets, and they get rid of a lot of stuff that they have been holding on for ages. But hey ho, you're hungry, you want to get fed, and you do not want to spend a fortune in a top-end restaurant buying food. So they typically cost about £10 buffets. At least the buffets in Liverpool, I know, typically cost £10 per plate per person. And then you buy your own drinks, and so you could have about £15, £12, depending on how many drinks you take, really. So if you're in Europe, around that budget of $15, £15, really, it really is usually is the same. So buffets are great, all you can eat. We have some great buffets in Liverpool. There is So's, there is Chinku, there is several places you can have buffets. So I'm not promoting, I'm not being paid for promoting these places, I'm just mentioning some in Liverpool. So what else? Where else can you get budget friendly food? I've talked about street vendors, fast foods, go local. Here is something. Take a water filter with you. Have your water bottle. Have your water bottle with you when you travel, and have a water filter with you. Then just make sure that you can have tap water anywhere. Now, most people will tell you don't have tap water or you're going to die of cholera and all those crazy diseases. But here's the thing. If you have your water filter and you have your water bottle, and you make sure you get water from, say, from a hotel as opposed to a place that you don't find hygienically great, you're going to save a ton load of money on water. Especially if you go to a very hot place, you could literally spend a fortune in water. Now, water costs between 50 cents and a pound or a dollar in most places. Some places it costs more, especially if it's bottled water. So if you're spending every day on 3, 4, 5 bottles of water, do the maths. You're going to be spending a lot of money. So invest in a water filter, invest in a good hot water bottle, and take your own water. If you can add fruits and infuse and have a healthy drink all day long with vitamin C, why not? Do it. So here is something. I don't buy Coke when I travel. I just don't do sodas. I mean, all that carbon, it just fills my belly and it's just not healthy. I may eat fast food. I really stay away from sodas. They cost a ton. Everywhere you go, those Coca-Colas, Pepsis, Fantas, they cost a lot of money. Now, of course, it's not a lot of money when you bring it down to things, but if that's what you're drinking all day, every day, it's unhealthy, it's bad for your teeth, it costs a lot of money. Don't spend money on sodas. So, like I said, refill your water bottle. have your filter, and you save a ton of money on water, because water is life, and you really, really, really need to have water with you anywhere you go. It could be what helps you to flush out all those things that you're eating that are not necessarily right for you, or that are not, that your belly is not used to. Water will be great for you. Like I said, you could cook, you could picnic. You need a tourist card. If you travel a lot, grab that tourist card. It's usually free. And at the end of the day, you live once. You live once. You really do. Well, you don't really live once, but you live. You have this life. This is your life. So give yourself a treat. On that one day, at least before you head back home, go to that top-end restaurant and give yourself a treat. And sit in it and buy a cup of coffee. At the very least, if it's nothing else, buy yourself a cup of coffee in that restaurant and know you went into it. Go to the Ritz-Carlton, go to that amazing Hilton restaurant, go to the restaurant that everybody talks about, and order a glass of water. Sit in it and feel how the other half lives, and dream that one day you'll get into that restaurant and eat a meal that you've paid for without having to look at the bill or worry about the bill before. So give yourself a treat every so often. It's not all about the budget. Sometimes it's about living. I'm sure every single one of you watching me live has had somebody pass away in the past few years, just like that. I mean, life just goes just like that. So give yourself a treat every so often, and go have a top-end restaurant meal. Why not? I mean, life, you make the money, you deserve it, don't you? So you, instead of paying just bills, give yourself a treat. And here's the thing. I talked about all-inclusive travel or half-board travel, include meals included in your package. When you are part of a travel community or you're part of a travel club, some of these things are given. They are a given in what you get when you travel. Whether you're traveling for business or you're traveling for fun, some of these things are included in. Sometimes if you're going away for what we call a dream trip is literally just a trip that you've dreamt about all your life, and you decide one day, I'm going for it. Why not check out what our travel club? It's amazing that these days, in this time and age, a lot of people don't think they deserve. And I'm saying you deserve. You're enough, and you deserve to enjoy your life. You deserve to see this planet. You deserve to travel and see new shows and see those blue oceans that you dreamt about. You deserve it. And I'm saying, why not? Go see them. Head on to my blog and check out what you could get if you were part of a global community of travelers that literally know what they want. And surprise, surprise, you just might actually make a living from it. We call it making a living. So head on to pikajulesworld.com/fun and check out what you might get if you join our travel club. Okay, now, hope you eat fresh and you eat healthy when you travel. And until next Travel Tuesday, you rock. See, do, be more, because that's what you're created for. And tomorrow we're going to talk about Pinterest, my favorite social media platform. I'm going to share with you some amazing tips on how to leverage Pinterest to build your business online or offline, whether your business is offline or it's online, you want to bring it online, and you want to let your potential customers know where you are and what you're offering. Thank you. Thank you, Tweet Angel. God bless you, Rotzed. God bless you, Andy. God bless you, everybody who's watching me live. Take care. Until tomorrow, you rock.